Let's go back and give you a little hope for the hopeless. Here's Barack Obama.
Years from now, you'll look back and you'll say that this was the moment. This was the place where America remembered what it means to hope. For many months, we've been teased, even derided, for talking about hope. But we always knew that hope is not blind optimism.
No.
It's not ignoring the enormity of the task ahead or the roadblocks that stand in our path.
Yes.
It's not sitting on the sidelines or shirking from a fight. Hope is that thing inside us that insists, despite all the evidence to the contrary, that something better awaits us if we have the courage to reach for it and to work for it and to fight for it.
Amen. Amen, brother. You know what I used to love listening to Martin Luther King speeches? Is the guy in the background who would do that. Preach. Teach.
That's every speech anyone gives in front of an audience like that. That's how you know you're doing well. It's call and response. That's how you know you're doing well when you're speaking. Is you target the African American. You're like, is this person agreeing with me or not? Because that's the only person you know for sure if they agree with you.
Because the white dude's sitting there going,
they just sit there like when, because I grew up Catholic. So in Catholic Mass, you sit there and you don't say a word, like, unless, it's like a ritual kind of, and you chant whatever people do. But black church, you know how you're doing. There's no question.
You know if you're doing well.
You know if you're doing well, you know if you're doing bad.
Whereas the white folks are sitting like a lump on a log.
They're a lump on a log.
Just sitting there, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, that was a very moving speech. You know what? Count me as one who was moved.
They won't even say that. They won't even say that. They won't really nod their heads.
And with Muslims, you don't know if you're doing well until somebody blows up.
That's true.
like, hey, we're going along. We're all right. We're all right. And then all of a sudden, boom! Oh, damn, this guy blew up. This was serious. All right, so here we go. He's going to give us more hope. Clip number 5.
Hope is what I saw in the eyes of the young woman in Cedar Rapids who works the night shift after a full day of college and still can't afford health care for a sister who's ill. A young woman who still believes that this country will give her the chance to live out her dreams. Hope is what I heard in the voice of the New Hampshire woman who told me that she hasn't been able to breathe since her nephew left for Iraq, who still goes to bed each night praying for his safe return. Hope is what led a band of colonists to rise up against an empire, what led the greatest of generations to free a continent and heal a nation, what led young women and young men to sit at lunch counters and brave fire hoses and march through Selma and Montgomery for freedom's cause.
You know what my favorite part of that clip was? Hope is what led a band of colonists to rise up against an empire.
I gotta say, that wasn't what caused them to rise up against an empire.
It was taxes.
It was taxes.
But that's not quite as rousing. It's not quite as democratic. Now, in the next clip, he has my favorite line out of this whole speech. And I have a lot of favorite lines in this speech. This was the moment that I enjoyed the most. Here it is.
Hope. Hope is what led me here today. With a father from Kenya, a mother from Kansas, and a story that could only happen in the United States of America.
The crowd noise always helps. With a father from Kenya and a mother from Kansas, and it could only happen in the United States of America. I'm going to give a similar speech. A father from Turkey and a mother from Turkey and a sister from Turkey. It could only happen in the United States of America that I could be a small talk show host. What do you think? Is it working for you?
I guess.
All right, come on. You give me your speech. What do you got? Like 8 different things in you, right?
I'm an Irish Catholic, Russian Jew, Dutch Protestant, Osage Indian.
Osage Indian. You know what? They don't get a lot of hype, the Osages.
They do if you live in Oklahoma.
Oh, you do? Huh.
Well, I mean, that's where the Osage wound up.
I know, but they're not like the Lakota. They don't. You almost never hear about the Osage.
They're they're kind of kin with the Cherokee, kind of.
See, Cherokee's badass.
But it's not
Osage,
badass.
nah.
They just the badass people are the ones people remember: the Sioux, the Blackfoot, the Crow.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
Apache.
talking about. That's what, Apache. That's an Indian. Osage.
Yeah, no one remembers the Osage.
Oh, please. You're not even a cool Indian. All right. Let's go to the big close here, the finale.
Hope is the bedrock of this nation. The belief that our destiny will not be written for us, but by us, by all those men and women who are not content to settle for the world as it is, who have the courage to remake the world as it should be. That is what we started here in Iowa, and that is the message we can now carry to New Hampshire and beyond. The same message we had when we were up and when we were down. The one that can change this country brick by brick, block by block, callous hand by callous hand. That together, ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Because we are not a collection of red states and blue states. We are the United States of America. And in this moment, in this election, we are ready to believe again. Thank you, Iowa.
Thank you, Iowa. That's my favorite part. No, it's not. But look, the reason the guy gives good speeches is because I don't know if he's writing it or if he's got the most magical speechwriter of all time, but
It's the writing. It's also the delivery. He's really good at delivering a speech.
No question about that. But look at this line. Our destiny will not be written for us, but by us. That's a good, solid line. Now, what does that mean he's going to do for healthcare or Afghanistan policy? Nothing. Of course not. But it sounds good, man, and it gives us feeling like, yeah, we're going to write our own destiny. I'll vote for that guy. So it's not just how he delivers it. He's got some good content in there, too, as far as rousing speeches go.